Hey, this is Notser, and once again, we're taking a look at Project Cold War. This is the last day of the closed alpha, so we're going to do a Reaper showcase to try and understand, how he's designed and what he's looking to do. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I'll have a couple games, and yeah. Now, Reaper is an attacker, and the attackers are kind of a not quite a defender, but a little bit more substantial than a fire support agent. Now, if we take a look at Reaper, we have some unique features that create some, an agent that isn't like other agents. So the first feature, the frontman trait, Grim Reaper, kill 3 enemies without dying, and it will improve your gun reload and increase AP shell critical damage for 20 seconds, which is really nice, especially in like a defensive position where the enemy is assaulting you, maybe a conquest point or domination point. When everyone's coming in on you constantly, Grim Reaper seems to proc very frequently, and it makes you a more scary agent overall. Now, this is a single shot tank, and it has a Gears of War improved reload mechanic similar to Titan. I don't know if they're going to make like the Americans have a token example of this Gears of War improve reload mechanic, but it is on Reaper and it is on Titan, and they both are American tanks, so it might have some water going forward. You also have an ability that will improve your accuracy for the next 2 shots, will double your gun accuracy for 15 seconds. Which is really nice. You can continuously do quite a bit of damage, and I found this to be not bad. It definitely improves your chance to critically hit. We also have twin mounted machine guns. This will give you 30-round clip that you can deal damage, and it will slow the enemy. It's mediocre right now, but I've peered through the upgrades, and you can extensively enhance it so that it's more effective. Now, one other aspect that I haven't covered is that Reaper has thermal imaging. It's not listed here. I don't know if they intend to keep it that way, but it has the thermal imaging that allows it to see through smoke. So you can very easily create a gameplay where you are sitting in your smoke and firing from it while using thermal. And that works very well, just like Jaeger, for example. So you have a nice base to work off of. This is kind of a Jaeger mixed with a Titan in the mechanical design. And then you also have a little bit of chip damage slash tracking slow that is nice to catch up to a retreating unit, for example. Now for the perks, first perk is movement forward. First perk is movement forward or aiming speed or energy capacity. Second perk options, gun handling and aim time, gun accuracy, gun stabilization while traversing. The third perk slot, we've got gun stabilization while shooting, passive reduce the fire and reducing the fire damage received, sorry. And then the third option in the third perk, it widens your spotting angle. It reduces the spotting range, but you have a more general awareness around you. So, I mean, the perks they're okay. They're not the best perks. They're not the worst perks. And one thing that I've noticed is that you pretty much have a movement-based perk and a gun-based perk or an energy-based perk. Now, that's not true of the second one. The second one is just take the flavor of gun improvement, whether it's gun handling and aim time, gun accuracy, or gun stabilization while traversing. I don't necessarily think that you need to move the gun very frequently, so I don't know that this is needed, but I will say, as you upgrade this tank, it gets more mobility inherently, and then it kind of transforms its play from a more stationary tank to a much more rapidly moving tank. And also, the Reaper ability for accuracy does encourage movement. But again, if you were to take this, it wouldn't be as beneficial as you might think when using your ballistic computer. Now, I wouldn't rely on that, and I wouldn't necessarily spec with the understanding that's always up, because it isn't always up. So I would probably go ahead and enhance the mobility slash gun handling while moving the most. That seems to be the way Reaper wants to play the match. Basically, you disengage into a smoke cloud thermal play or disengage into hard solid cover and use your superior height to look down and attack. So yeah, I would go gun handling slash maneuverability. Obviously, the first one, I didn't get gun handling as an option, but aiming speed is the second one. So I probably would invest in that just because you always wait. In this type of tank, you wait on the guns a lot because it's just a single shot into an improved reload into waiting to fire the gun again. Now, as far as upgrades are concerned, we're going to go through them real quick. The consumables, there's nothing unique necessarily here. You can grant yourself instant energy. I haven't really found that this was an energy craving tank necessarily, but maybe other players have. So slot 1, we can choose between crit, penetration, or damage. I choose damage just because damage is damage. It's useful for everything. It can help you detrack. It can help you do more crit damage. It can help you just do more upfront damage. So I'm going to go damage. Way it goes. For the second slot, it's a mobility option. You can choose to have your tracks kind of shield HE slash heat damage, and it'll improve your traversal speed, but nothing forward. You can improve both your forward and reverse and improve your track hit points by 100. That's decent. I like that option. Or you can go straight 9 into forward and then have your track repair time reduced by 2 seconds. So effectively the same type of upgrade. It's just whether you want to go all in on forward momentum or 50-50 forward and reverse. I chose forward, but that's only because it's so slow right now. Maybe later on, once I've upgraded more of the mobility, I can come back and get a more balanced build. Who knows? Slot 3, aiming. This one improves the green sector. So the improved reload bar, this increases the green sector, the fastest reload. So it's potentially easier to land it on the improved reload in combat. It's obviously easy when no one's firing on you, but when you are in active combat, it's something that you have to actively do to get the most out of Reaper. So I think this is probably the one I would go in. I don't know what the machine gun sight is. Maybe it enhances the accuracy of the gun. That could be a good upgrade, considering there's so many machine gun based upgrades in this. And then slot 4, you can go more mobility. This time, when your energy is depleted, you will receive energy regen after using your sprint. If energy is depleted after using sprint, you receive 50% energy regen bonus. So it's a nice passive. This gives you more forward speed and traversal speed for the hull. This improves your sprinting, which you're a little sluggish, so maybe improving the sprinting might help. It also grants you improved hull traversal speed. So effectively, when you sprint and you traverse your hull, you can quickly angle it. But I haven't really seen the hull down position be that effective in this tank. You're kind of a glass cannon compared to a lot of the opposing tanks that you fight. And then you can also do some smoke running, which is fun. I think the smoke play is definitely viable and definitely something that is in Reaper's repertoire very, very easily, and it protects your engine from crit a little bit. Next slot, we can improve the reticle size while standing, aim speed, and 1 extra seconds on spotting duration. Or we can improve our spotting range and spotting duration by 2. That's pretty good, honestly, but I might go for just the standing reticle because that would enhance it down to even more pinpoint precise. Slot 5, oh, we did slot 5. Slot 6, improved turret traversal speed, and it has a passive 10% to reload bonus. So whenever you fast reload, this will enhance your reload bonus by 10%. On top of fast turret traverse. So that's pretty nice. This one will just improve the fast reload bonus by 15%, but it's a more general purpose upgrade, standing, moving, and aftershock. And then reload time, this will reduce the misclick penalty. So if you ever misclick, the negative of it won't apply, and it also improves the reload time base. So that might be the one that I would get, because that improves your damage per minute. And this is definitely a damage per minute farming tank. Next up, we've got energy, deploy smoke grenade around the vehicle, concealing it. So I guess whenever you activate your twin-mounted machine gun, it will instantly smoke you out, which could work out. You could go into thermal and they can't fire back, potentially. Improves the hit points, crit protection from fuel tank, reduces fire duration. Not bad, very generic though. Hit points, improve crit on the engine. Repair kit cooldown was reduced by 10%. I like that. That's a nice one. General all-purpose passive. Probably would choose the quick one, if I'm being honest. You can always potentially smoke out, but I don't know. It's between the automatic smoke on your twin-mounted machine guns or your repair kit. If you automatic smoke, then you can activate your twin-mounted as an opener, enter in your smoke cloud, activate thermal, immobilize the target, and then switch to your main battery. That could be a really nice play that's opened up by this one. For slot 9, it's just basically enhancing the twin-mounted machine gun. Improve reload time, increases the number of total shots. This improves the fire rate, so you unload it faster, which that might be the one that I would go for. Or you can improve the total amount of shots. So I don't know if that's all that's here, but that's all that appears in the information. And then slot 10, improve your ramming. I don't know that this is a ram tank. It's really sluggish, and if you're ramming, you're probably ramming a bigger tank, and yeah, but that's an option. You can enhance your aiming speed and your reticle size while moving, but you do give up your spotting. I think it's okay as an attacker because you're going to be moving forward as well. So spotting range is not the worst thing to negate if it improves the ability to fire on the move, for example. And then this one will further enhance your machine gun so that you have more shots, but it will take longer to reload. Something to consider. So yeah, overall, Reaper has an interesting kit. One that is kind of a hybrid of other agents that I've played already, and it could create some unique gameplay opportunities. For consumables, just repair kit, of course, and I haven't really seen the fire engine issue occur, so maybe energy points might be the way to go, or improving the reload time in battle, because I do think that energy becomes quite a premium on this tank, and you can't really enhance your energy regeneration. So if you want to fully use all the abilities, you might consider having the instant energy consumable. So let's take this tank out and see how well this agent works out. All right, so Domination, 6 versus 6. This is Scarred City. And I really enjoy Scarred City for Conquest and Domination. And the point that we're going to be dominating is normally B point in Conquest, and it's always a stomping ground for me. I like the terrain, there's some cover, there's also some elevated positions, and there's some edge of city combat that can really make it more dynamic, and it's usually a really fun game for me. So we're in Reaper. Reaper's pretty cool. Reaper has the ability to guarantee the accuracy on the move with the ability usage. Also, of course, the machine gun, but we're just going to head as quick as possible towards B, and we're going to get into this statue solid cover. And it's nicely protected from the enemy, and their approach is just a little too slow. Obviously, I believe that mobility needs to be enhanced on this tank, and once you enhance the mobility, it works out pretty nicely. You don't really need too much of the gun handling because of the way this ability works. You just get accuracy for free, basically. And as long as it's up, which it'll be up for, I think, 15 or 20 seconds. You can shoot round after round and be juking back and forth and playing with your throttle. So we do a decent amount of damage to that. They're trying to keep this in conflict, and we're just trying to wear them out. Activate Grim Reaper. Going for the ammo crit. If we can, and yep, there we go. Able to defend, and it's pretty awesome. We didn't even need to use our smoke play. Smoke thermal, obviously, is a play that was made popular by the likes of Jaeger, and Reaper continues that for the attacker. And it's always wonderful to see them try and use smoke. I would really like to just stay in cover and fire on cooldown. That enemy Kent, his ammo rack exploded. But we're doing decent. The nice thing about Reaper is the stance allows it to be a little bit higher, just a touch, so that you can peer over solid objects that other shorties can't. And once again, accuracy just guarantees it. I can drive forward, I can drive in reverse, and I can play that hitbox throttle jockey, and it works really well. And you just have to wait 45 seconds for it to come back on cooldown. So every minute you can have it up, and every minute you can have 20 seconds of juking while having good accuracy. So it plays really nicely. And speaking of juking, we gotta move. So I just give cover. Obviously, I'm aware that he wants to flank around and push me out of my position. Nobody has line of sight, or they give us the health. He's clearly looking at us because his turret is traversing right on top of us. But that's okay. I don't need to leave. Didn't need to move. Looks like he was trying to track us, but he didn't. Just need to get used to using this ability because it's really awesome. Yeah, very nice. I really like that ability, actually. The more I look at it, the more I play with it, the more I can see the potential synergy with it, whether it's in smoke or whether you're moving your tank. It works really nicely. So we're doing great. Oh, they don't like us. They're not fans of Reaper. I'm trying to use the body blocking there, but finally the enemy team knocks us out, and I think they'll be able to capture the base. So yeah, I think Reaper is a very good defending attacker that can relocate and aggressively keep your gun on a target and use kind of like fire suppression in a way because of the nature of the abilities, the way they function. So it's quite funny to me looking at this. I don't end up using the twin mounted machine gun that frequently because I just feel like the main guns pack a little bit more of an alpha. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to upgrade my machine gun at all, or I just want to leave it unupgraded and get mobility and main battery enhancements. I don't know. But I just quickly moved into cover here. We've got some decent side shots, but overall, we don't have enough players. Everyone's moving in, of course. Now we have enough players. We just need to focus fire. He drops a decoy right on us. Oh, I was hopeful. I was hopeful for the ammo rack. Of course, we activate our accuracy. You can see on the UI that it has sort of a countdown bar telling me how much time I have left for this basically guaranteed accuracy. And once the UI meets the, runs out, then it's on cooldown again. But it'll be off of cooldown in 40 seconds, so, just wait around, and it might be off of cooldown before we have a chance to disengage from this combat. So I'm really a fan of Reaper. Pleasantly surprised by Reaper. I thought that Reaper was too large and bulky and unwieldy, but the way that they've created the agent abilities really makes it a real treat. And I really like the Gears of War improved reload. It was always satisfying with the Lancer. and it just continues that trend. Really happy that it's on another tank, because I really had a blast playing with Titan. So, of course, capture the base, and of course the enemy has to come towards us, and of course we have every advantage possible. This ability is good for near, it's good for far, it's really nice. It just, look at how small the aim is even when we're moving, and it guarantee damage and guarantee victory. So I had to show this game because I felt like a badass playing Reaper. Friendly Jaeger does a good job also. Enemy was out in the open and they weren't covering the ground intelligently and using solid cover to get into a position where they could punish us. Next map, we've got Conquest with the Nord Oko, maybe? Nord Oko. This was the one with the radar dish, and this is a 5-point cap, which I think Reaper... Actually, once you upgrade Reaper's mobility, he works really well at moving around because it synergizes with that ability. So I can drive right towards someone, activate my ability when he's in a position where I can actually shoot him, do really scary, consistent accuracy for 20 seconds. And, you know, if he's not dead, he's definitely vulnerable, and we can potentially pop smoke, thermal up. So this tank has a lot of nice tools all combined into one. So we're going to go over to E point and capture it. Got our thermal imager. It wants to let me know that I have that as an option. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, whoa. Enemy attackers using his attack rockets want to base capture so we get the XP. Team attackers pushing in, so I'm just going to push in and use my accuracy. Hopefully we go for the ammo rack. Okay, engine's fine. Oh, full health one. Ammo rack? Alright. Well, he's not going anywhere for a while, so we're just going to continuously fire on cooldown. Man, nice. Taken out. And only at the end of that did the ability fall off. So it lasts for a really long time. And it's really nice to crit hunt. We get corner pocket there. He decides to use his repair, which I don't blame him. He activates his rockets, and wow, the graphics. A lot of red smoke. Ram kill. Activate Grim Reaper. And I just think Grim Reaper, it must activate on 1 or 2. It doesn't seem to activate on 3. And I don't know what to think about that. I kind of feel like this is maybe an undervalued, and I have some cat hair in my mouse there. Sorry, it was all haywire. But I think Reaper's kind of undervalued by the community. And I don't know why. Maybe it's stance or armor. You know, the Soviet ones have better forward armor, so they can reliably bounce a defender shell, for example. Reaper isn't really like that. Reaper's more of a technical. It can have good Overwatch potential. So we activate our smoke and we use our thermal as our advantage. This enemy attacker's coming around. And as he comes around, we're going to activate the improved accuracy skill, because why not? We don't want to miss these shots. They detrack us. I take him out, and I'm in an awkward position with a lot of enemies. This Jaeger wants to take us down, and I'm trying to juke the Jaeger in a way that is awkward for him. We reposition so we have the advantage. Just keep firing our guns. I don't know why he didn't want to fire his gun there. As long as I, do the improved reload and locate my shells generally on the crit location, Reaper's pretty scary. But we're able to move in, take B. I think they just bypassed us. I think they literally drove past us to take C point. That's okay, we'll finish you off there. Enemy Reaper shows himself for half a second. We're gonna just heal. My reason for using heal aggressively is the same reason that I would say in World of Warships. You want to get the cooldown actively benefiting you through, which is the heal. And by recovering my health, I can better, deal with the next problem. And it lets me stay aggressive, lets me look for that ammo rack. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Really, really love Reaper, honestly. The more I watch this, the more I understand what he's supposed to do, and he just plays well with that ability. His frontman, with his R, with his smoke, the machine gun's almost a bonus. You don't even need it. So yeah, I'm pleased with this. Enemy decides to activate his smoke, and we're able to peer through the smoke cloud and fire on him. Teammate finishes him off. We actually get a fuel tank fire, not a fire, but a fuel tank crit there. So I'm just gonna head over towards D point. Looks like the enemy is actively capturing it. I don't like the hit points of my tank though, so I don't want to just go into bad. Lots of rockets. We'll activate our smoke because we have thermal advantage. And this is just not a good situation that we find ourselves in, so I'm just running towards my team as they actively chase me. Oh, we got a bounce. That's nice. Oh, he uses his rocket to deactivate our heal, and he takes us out. Well played. Taco knows what he's doing with Raketti, or at least the assault part of it.
We won't let them taste victory.
So we'll just head back out and show them that this American, I think this is an M48. I think. I know I got it wrong last time by saying a T80, T90. Sorry. But yeah, I like the way that this tank works. I obviously I don't know what the agent sounds like because I kind of disabled that stuff. But yeah, from a gameplay standpoint, definitely a fan. This enemy guy, just getting out of here. Get back here. Get back here. He just ran away. Capture and run. Huh. Weird play. Since we already captured it, they didn't want to capture it. They disengaged. I'm going to go to C point, and it looks like our friend is going C point too, but he's really low health. Just seems to be driving around like a chicken with his head cut off. Teammate finishes him off, and we're going to assist with capturing C point. Very happy to capture C point. Enemy attempts maybe a ram, and we have our butt to him, which is not good. But I'm not panicking. I'm going to do more consistent damage, and my reload will hopefully outlast him. So team's able to finish him off. B point is now being contested. Do a quick look at A. Looked like for a split second something was over the ridge, but I wasn't really paying attention. I'm not sure. And of course, they're bypassing everything and going straight to B. Normally against defenders, this strat would work very well. Oh, hey Ray, how you doing? I don't want to stay in front of Ray. Normally this would work very well, but I'm an attacker that's really good at moving around the map with my build. And I'm also a responsible attacker that's not going to let them just capture bases constantly. But able to work out the target. We're going to head back to Ray. It sounds like Ray fired the gun. And yep, Ray did. So we activate our improved accuracy. Would like him not to kill us. Finish him off. Enemy Jaeger. I don't know what this Jaeger is doing. He's like not choosing to fire his gun. Very weird. We finally activate our minigun. Or a machine gun. It's not a minigun. And it's just not something that I end up using. It's kind of like, oh, okay, well. Yeah, if I want to track him, I guess. We miss a little high. Try and get him in the butt. Ah, too many targets. Need assistance. Can't decide who to shoot. Activate smoke. Activate thermal. It's a little trick that I learned on the Jaeger. And pull them to you. He's got to drive through. Obviously, still in conflict. He's gonna come back around. And, okay. Well, we were able to keep that object in between us and the Reaper, so he couldn't fire on us. That was quite humorous. In that situation, I think you need to focus on making sure that you are helping your team survive. And he just seemed to be, jumping in and out. Shock therapy takes us out, and team earns the victory with Reaper. Not bad. I really enjoy playing him. And yeah, definitely an attacker worth investing in. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment what you think of Reaper. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day.